Jimmy Diamonds, who's been fined $39 billion for criminal activity and, as his own token, tells the banking biatch that Bitcoin is primarily used for criminal activity. Well, it takes one to know one, I suppose. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea, hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets, where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the The FOMO index has remained at 72 from yesterday's 72. Bitcoin dominance is 53.6%. 24-hour volume is 70 billion. The overall market cap, 1.58 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, we knew she had to take a break, and we knew it would happen eventually. But we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone in this boutique community. When Bitcoin price action, well, she had a little dumb.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
Potential pullback price probabilities would be the 23.6% Fib at 43.4 and the 38.2% Fib at 43K. Now, the potential pullbacks on this timeline are a little more painful. First being the 23.6% Fib at 42.6. Lord love a duck. She didn't do just that. After building out the bull flag, Bitcoin lost her mojo, crashing through 43.4 and 43K, finding a bottom in a bounce at 43.7 and has feathered back up to a time of production, 43.2. So we did break that psych level of 43K, albeit briefly. It has been pierced. So there is a hole in the boat at that level. I'd like to see price action regain some strength and head back up to the bull's flag at or above at least 43.5-ish, because if we don't see a rally back up, we'll likely continue down to our old friend, the goldenest of golden ratios, the Sigurday 1.8% Fib at 42.4. But at this point, she'll likely drop to our next level of volumetric support at 42K. Another psych level. Now over on that ding dong, you can see after 5 straight days of pumpage, we're carving out our potential second red candle. We also executed a perfect triple Lutz dive straight down to the 23.6% Fib. Hopefully that was the support bounce. We needed to pump our little green engine that could back into a bullish prowess, because with such an epic pump, as we've seen in the past few weeks, let alone the past 6 months, pumps like this leave lots of snakes on the financial snakes and ladder chart to slip down, as we don't really build support on these epic pumps. Rather, we leapfrog volume holes, but these volume holes, or snakes, if you will, remain. So and I say if we end up retracing into one of these volume hole/snakes, it's pretty easy to slip back to levels we blew by. It's the double-edged sword of an epic pump. It's a wild ride on, but if you don't leave the proper spikes in the rocks on the way up the mountain, one slip and the fall can be just as epic. Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee, join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing me out, won't you? I'll run the banks of boom dash bang, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa, cha-cha-cha-cha. Another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed. Isn't that right, Mingo? Mingo's staring out into the world, wondering, oh, where's the price? Come on. There it is. No fuss. It just comes up. Doesn't somehow disappear because it wasn't there in the beginning. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. 43.3, I suppose. You know, we talked about this. And we've been kind of droning on and on. And the thing is, when you have such an epic bullish pump, obviously you have to expect some sort of drawdown. Now, it wasn't too bad because, like I said in the video, when you go up like the way we're going up, and we are going up faster than, most people expected. So what I mean by not leaving those spikes in is that if you can remember some of the videos from last week, I put in certain resistances that we would potentially hit. We just blew by them. And now normally we'll bump our head against the resistance, kind of go up, and then come down and test it again for support. That's like putting in a spike on the mountain wall face. And if you don't do that, you just blow right through it. Well, on the way down, you can blow right through it because there's nothing there to hold you, right? So that's what I'm a little bit worried about. If we take a look at, where am I going here? Take a look at the noisy little so-and-so, the 4-hour chart. Let's get Fish to help us out here. So, you remember me doodling in these brutal straight lines. And look at price action. It just follows the support. And look at this. 20 moving average. Ting, then ting. And so what is that? That's the 38.2%, 43.1. Let's call it 43K just for get into that psychological level. Now, if there's anything you can learn from this channel, besides what certain chords mean in my head based on the personality and the color that represents in my mind, it's just the importance of support and resistance and the Fibonacci's. I don't do anything more fancy than that. I don't have any of the indicators that provide more information besides the MACD and the RSI, but I rarely look at them. I'll just skip over them really just to see if there's a glaring divergence. And if there is, I'll talk about it. If there isn't, I'll leave it out. And I don't even do hidden divergence anymore. In the bear market, when there was nothing to talk about, yeah, I'd throw in some hidden bearish divergence or bullish divergence. But really, any hidden divergence is really just more of a continuation pattern. So who cares? But in the winter, when there's nothing to talk about, you gotta you gotta make the content as exciting as possible. So you put in some hidden bearish divergence. But if you do take anything from this channel, it's the importance of support, resistance, and the Fibonacci's. So let's just look at this. This was the 23.6. We basically bumped our head up against it. And then we bumped our bum down against the 38.2, and bingo, bango, bongo. There we are. Randy, Miss Teen Crypto, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Ava Angel, haven't been here in a few. The hair looks great. Wow, thanks, Ava. The thing is, when you're a dad, and all the dads in the chat right now will appreciate this, if you can find an afternoon where you can actually book a haircut, go get the haircut, and no one's asked you to do anything. No one's, well, can you pick me up from here? Can you do this? You just get to get the haircut. Well, that is called an epic dad win in my books. So yesterday afternoon, I was able to grab a haircut and get it. And that was a very exciting day for dads. Any dads out there would know it. Miss Teen Crypto, Randy, pianomattyb, you're awesome. Thank you, Randy. You too. I was wondering if you're still listening, Miss Teen Crypto, are you still doing Around the Blockchain? Because it's not that I tune in every day, but usually sometimes our paths cross on that show. Just wondering if you're in it or out of it. Let us all know. I guess probably everyone here probably knows who you are as well, so they're probably wondering as well. Let's take a look at the old ding dong here. Thank you, Fish, for your efforts. And now, continue just one hair, XRPA 11Y. Look at this. So this was the doodle we drew, and that's my attempt at a straight line. Look at this. I'm going to make this a little bigger so we can enjoy the visual a little more. Chucky Tweddle, if you Miss Teen Crypto, I haven't gone on since before the drama occurred. Yeah, well, staying out of the drama for now. I hear you. I didn't, and it's funny. As soon as we start rounding that corner about the BitBoy drama, we tend to fill up this whole stream with Ben and Discover Crypto minutia. So I'll keep it short. I did wrestle with it. Which side of the truth did I want to be on? And I just decided I wanted to be on my own side of truth. And regardless of who's wrong or who's right, I think the show Around the Blockchain is an important show for not only newbie crypto people that are coming into the market, but also creators. They've done a lot for up and coming creators. I guess the impact not so much anymore, but back in the day when a guy like me and a small channel could go on there and be exposed to 10,000 views, that's a pretty big deal. And it's hard to find in this in YouTube people that kind of push smaller people. So it's so I wanted to re-support it, in their hard times, so to speak. But again, I'm not on either side. I want everyone to do well. Anyway, Chucky Tweddle, explain this to the good peeps. This is that attempt of a straight line, and it's the 23.6% fib. Now, this is a good sign on the ding dong. Yeah, there's good people on both sides. Randy says this will cool off soon, I hope. Yeah, I think so. But every time I think it cools off, Ben unleashes some sort of weird tweet, not even against them. It could be in his own private world, but then it keeps going, and then you'll see someone from the other side chime in and blah blah blah. Anyway, it's funny, and I guess we all sort of love the drama in a weird way. So our best case scenario for a bounce is the 23.6% fib. What that means, Dave Digital, Ben disappears as soon as you unsub. I tried it and it works. Yeah. This means that there's still a lot of energy and a lot of bulls in the market. My favorite fib is the 38.2%. And the reason why I like it better than the 23.6% is that I feel like it has a proper breather. Welcome, Scotty Mo. I missed it. Pianomattyb BOG here. At least the Ben drama has kept us entertained at this time in the market. I like both sides of the fight. I agree. Misco, I agree. Good on both sides and hope both succeed. Yeah, I think everyone generally wants the best for everybody. The reason why I like the 38.2% better than the 23.6 is that there's a proper break. So I always liken it to hockey. So I think if you're on a hockey line and you're tired, from a epic bullish shift, like I'm going up with Chucky Twiddle here, an epic bullish shift. If you only take the 23.6% break, let's say it's a 30-second break for number's sake, when you get back on the ice, you can't reproduce your epic shift, so to speak, because you haven't got as much strength back. So if that shift was on the bench till the 38.2%, and let me know if this is making sense or you're getting lost in the hockey analogy, an extra little break, an extra little downturn, an extra little time on the bench, let's say if 30 seconds was the 23.6% fib, well, the 38.2 is a full minute. They got a full minute of rest. Well, next time it comes back into, they get on the ice for their next bullish shift, they can reproduce the last epic shift. So this being said, I think this was a 60% gain. Was it? Or am I thinking the Wookiee was a 60%. Let's just call it a 20% gain. Well, if it comes down to the 38.2, which is 41.6, and everyone will be thinking that the sky's falling if it hits 41.6, but that will be a good time to get back in if you're DCAing. Plus, we can reproduce the 20% gain we made prior to the dip. So that's the long and short of my infatuation with the Fibs. And I learned that the hard way, because back in the day when I was currency trading with real money, losing all the time, it wasn't until I really grasped the Fibonacci retracements that things started to make sense. Ron Don, you want to rest, but not too long so you don't lose momentum. Makes sense. Yes, it does make sense. And plus, if you rest too long, let's say you get down to the goldenest of golden ratios, the 61.8% fib, well, you've probably rested too long and the muscles might have cramped up. So even if you can reproduce that epic pump, you're starting at a lower level. So you're going to get over your last high, but it's not going to be as high if it was the 38.2. Now, these things don't play out exactly all the time, but in general, they kind of stick to it. I say it's 70-30, really, if you want some accurate numbers that aren't accurate, 70-30. Denny Kane, I can't help but feel there could be another COVID-style event before the run like last cycle with the current political climate. Well, I kind of think that there might be a cyber COVID of sorts. This is why I think it's important even more now than ever. Like it's always of the utmost important to get your Bitcoin off exchanges. That goes without saying. Anyone who has Bitcoin on exchanges right now, if you take anything from this stream or anything I've ever said, is get it off. Put it in your cold storage, because in the event of a cyber COVID, if you know what I mean, some sort of pre-planned catastrophe that they've been planning for 2 years, they'll implement it. And it's cyber and everything goes down. Well, what I'm thinking is that when it comes back up, there'll be gates. And in order to get back in the gates, you'll have to do all this stuff, jump through hoops, get digital ID, medical ID, who knows? Misty Crypto, let's get 100 for pianomattyb and his awesome haircut. Thank you. Yes, it's a dad haircut, but I'll take it. So again, get your Bitcoin off the exchange, because when it goes down, and it will, because this is what they're planning, when it comes up, there'll be gates now. And in order to get back your Bitcoin, you'll have to go through these gates, and maybe those gates, you won't have the keys to those gates, so to speak. So get it off. That's really my takeaway advice for everyone who has Bitcoin on the exchange. Please, if you do anything, get it off. Is there anything to look at the Wookiee? I mean, we are on our 8th. Thank you, Chucky Tweddle, for your assistance there. We'll get Das Peach. Okay, yeah, that's right. We said that if we followed the historic reign of 2017 8-candle rush, we could see an equivalent pullback of 38.3, which would be right at this zero, 38.3. And now I don't want it to go to 38.3 because I've almost packed my Bitcoin bags, so to speak. And if you haven't packed your Bitcoin bags, well, you probably might want it to go back to 38.3. Oh, I screwed something up here. I screwed up where the comments were going. Squeaky McGee, in that scenario, you'll need to go through those gates to get it back on the exchange to be able to trade. Yeah, this is where it gets a little more dark too. I think what we're seeing here with these exchanges in the US, especially, Binance, for instance, is that they're taking these massive businesses that crypto entrepreneurs put up. They're cutting their knees out and they're implementing their guy in charge. And I'm not, if you do, what is his name? Ting or Cheng or something like that. The new guy for Binance, he's pretty well tied to the WEF. That to me, that's a massive red flag. So what I think is happening is that they get everyone to do the work and they're just like, let's let them do the work. Let's see how this plays out. And then obviously it's playing out really well. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll take them out and we'll put our guy in and that'll be it. So by the time the exchanges come back, you may need those said IDs, whether it's digital ID or medical ID or what have you, just to get back into those exchanges. And that's not what we want. KYC is almost a thing of the past. Know your customer is coming so fast that it's almost like we're moving into a new phase where we forgot that was initially how we got into it. We don't want know your customer. We don't want all this. We want the privacy and anonymity of Bitcoin, even though it's transparent on the blockchain. We don't want people, having to get on with all this know your customer because it kind of defeats the purpose. But we're moving into a phase where we've almost forgot that existed. It's like people will get on, especially the people coming into this bull run. They won't even care. They won't even know. They'll just be like, no, you need this, you need that, you need this. Okay, well, all I want is to buy some Bitcoin. So I'll give you whatever I want. And we're going to see that. And then it'll just be us going, I remember when you didn't need all this KYC, you could just get on there almost completely anonymous. I know there's one coming. I think if you keep your eye on Dubai exchanges and the technology and the tech coming from there, we're going to see more, like screw you regulators, come here. This is no KYC, whether it's a honey trap. I don't know. It is what it is. Vivian's Private Kitchen. Can we talk about the Bitcoin EFT? Do you mean ETF or EFT? Trent Chapman, we can do wallet-to-wallet peer sales purchases. Yeah, but again, that's if when the internet comes back up, there's no gates, right? Well, how are you gonna send it if you can't get past the gates? So at the end of the day, when it does come up, we'll have to wait for all the ingenuity and the tech people to come and make and go around it, because we're always going to get around it, right? No matter how many walls they put up or how many handcuffs they put on us, we're always going to get around it. It's just a matter of time. 7 minutes boutique. Oh, does that mean? Oh yeah. Well, we're going to bring Duke out here. He got a little offended when he thought that people didn't want to hear him sing them out. I'm like, no. It's Dad. I'm not getting enough likes, so it has nothing to do with you. So I kind of kiboshed that for a bit so he doesn't get a chip on his shoulder and not want to do the sing outs. Well, let's get him out here. Get him out here to sing it. Welcome, Fish. 1 second. Today is auction day, where I put on my normal person hat and I click it a big buy, dig it a two, dig it a one, click it a buy, dig it a one, dig it a two, click it a back, dig it a two, dig it a three. We'll see. I like doing the auction because it's a nice canary in the coal mine. I can see where the automobile industry is because it's an international auction. There's people all over the world tuning in. So I get to check the temperature, and it's been brutal. It's been brutal. Like sometimes I can't even get a bid on a car. So that's not good. I like to see spirited bidding in the auction, so I know that the economy is on the up. Vivian's private kitchen. Yes, mistype. Everyone talking about Bitcoin price pump, but if BlackRock is buying Bitcoin over the continent, the customers are buying shares of their ETS, then when does this pump ever price? Oh, make no mistake, Vivian's private kitchen. This price will pump. It will rip your face off. And let me guarantee you that. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Ooh, got something in your eye? Whoa. Let's put on some sweet reverb, and we'll sing out the good peeps. Let's do it. But oh, you got to hear this piano. Okay, let's start with Misco. Okay, nice burp. Thank you for.
I had to.
Hey, I got it. Misco.
Don't you dare tell me after this wipes me about my burp.
Okay.
Misco.
Miss Teen Crypto.
Miss Teen Crypto.
DJ Morgan.
DJ Morgan.
Storm Chasing Video.
Storm Chasing V.
Dave Digital.
Dave Digital.
Bruce Mai.
Bruce Mai.
David Sony Music.
David Sony Music.
And Sherry.
And Sherry.
Vivian's Private Kitchen.
Vivian's Private Kitchen.
Remedial Joe.
Remedial Joe.
David S.
David S.
And finally, Sneaky Pete Vaporizers. Ooh, nice chord. So, Duke, I was thinking, Vivian was talking about when is this price going to pump? And, you know, sometimes we forget that it's going to pump. So how about we give a tribute to her and we sing a little bit of the loneliest Lamborghini in the world? Let's not do that. It's gonna pull down the whole house, I guarantee it.
How?
Because it's all hooked up and one thing goes, it's like dominoes. Let's do loneliest Lamborghini.
Okay. I want the loneliest Lamborghini in the world. I know my life will never be the same. I'll drive the loneliest Lamborghini in the world until the day I die. Until the day I die.
Nice pitch. Razor pitch. You know, some would say, oh, you got to have auto-tune on this kid. No. This is an actual human being, eh? Nice pitch, buddy. Nice pitch. Let's sing him out. Let's sing him out.
Playing the same game as a psychopathic galactica. Let's ride it so long and have a fantastic day. I want the banks to boom to spank Bitcoin, crypto, money.
Nice chord. All right, say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Make sure you like and subscribe.